Both the Slytherin and the Hufflepuff do well in school. When they aren't in lessons or doing their homework, they both spend their extra time in herbology, the growing of magical plants, or in potions. In the same amount of time it takes the Hufflepuff 1 day to grow 5 magical plants or brew 15 potions, it takes the Slytherin 1 day to grow 3 plants or brew 20 potions. Each student has something the other can do more of in the same given time, or each student has an absolute advantage. Slytherins have the absolute advantage in brewing potions, and Hufflepuffs have the absolute advantage in growing plants. Because magical plants are one of the things needed for potions, when the students are trying to decide how to spend their time, they determined that the Hufflepuff should spend their time growing plants and trade them with the Slytherin so they can brew potions. If a Gryffindor develops a new spell to speed up the growing of magical plants that they tell the Slytherin about, the Slytherin can increase their growing to 5 plants a day. With the new magical development, the Slytherin could potentially gain the absolute advantage in both growing plants and brewing potions over the Hufflepuff. This, however, does not mean that the Slytherin should pursue plants over potions. If we take the time to look at the opportunity cost, we can use this to determine which student has to sacrifice less in the pursuit of bettering their skills. Looking at opportunity cost. It cost the Slytherin 4 potions for every plant, and it cost the Hufflepuff 3 potions for every plant. Now, from the perspective of plants. It cost the Slytherin 1/4 of a plant to brew a potion. It cost the Hufflepuff 1/3 of a plant to brew a potion. From both opportunity costs, it is clear that both the Hufflepuff and the Slytherin should keep producing the same things. Trade is based on comparative advantage and allows people to specialize in activities. For both parties, the Slytherin and the Hufflepuff, to gain from trade, the price of each item should lie between the 2 opportunity costs. The Hufflepuff should not accept trade with the Slytherin for less than 3 potions for every plant she gives her, and the Slytherin should not accept trade for anything less than 1/4 of a plant for every potion she gives the Hufflepuff. Under the principle of comparative advantage, the student who produces more of one thing and consumes less of that thing is the thing they have a comparative advantage in. Now, the Slytherin could of course grow her own plants, but she wouldn't be able to brew as many potions. And the Hufflepuff could brew her own potions, but she wouldn't be able to focus on the growing of her plants. If the Slytherin stays with brewing potions more than growing plants in her free time, she could become a potions master, gaining her prestige. And if the Hufflepuff spends her free time growing plants, she could achieve her dream of becoming an herbologist and creating new plants for all of the wizarding world to use. So each student can ultimately achieve their goals. It benefits each to apply focus to the area where they excel and have the opportunity to improve their skills. Each good should be produced by the student with the lower opportunity cost. If each of the two students can agree and establish on a trade, they can each achieve more in their given fields, as we can see with the example given today.